I never imagined that betrayal could be so bold, so defiant, that the person I trusted would openly declare their intent to cheat while flaunting it in front of me. But that's exactly what happened when my wife's arrogance and infidelity collided, and how I took steps to reclaim my dignity in life. This is my story, how defiance, betrayal, and heartbreak met consequences. My name is Samir. I had been married to my wife, Alina, for 7 years. On the surface, we had what appeared to be a happy marriage, a stable home, mutual friends, and shared plans for the future. I trusted her completely, believing that our marriage was built on honesty, loyalty, and respect. The first signs of trouble were subtle. Alina began spending more time out with friends, dressing differently, and acting distant at home. She became protective of her phone and evasive in conversations about her day. At first, I brushed it off as normal behavior, but my gut told me something was wrong. One night, the truth hit me like a punch to the chest. At a friend's party, I witnessed her openly flirting with another man. I confronted her immediately, hoping for an explanation. Her response stunned me. "You can't control me. I'll dance and do what I want." Her words were audacious, dismissive of our vows, and a direct challenge to my trust. The shock and betrayal were overwhelming. The woman I loved had not only been cheating, but had the audacity to flaunt it and declare her independence at my expense. My heart was shattered, but I realized that reacting impulsively would give her the power to manipulate the situation further. I needed strategy, not rage. I began gathering evidence. Over the next few weeks, I documented messages, social media interactions, and secret meetings. I collected undeniable proof of her infidelity, ensuring that any action I took would be backed by facts rather than emotions. Once I had the evidence, I confronted her again, this time calmly, decisively, and with authority. Her defiance faded when presented with proof. She tried to justify her actions, claiming she needed freedom and excitement, but the betrayal was clear, and there were no excuses left. I filed for divorce immediately. The legal proceedings were straightforward because the evidence of her cheating was irrefutable. Alina lost claims to shared assets, financial leverage, and any attempt to manipulate custody or living arrangements. The court ensured that the consequences matched the severity of her actions. The social consequences were significant. Friends, family, and acquaintances learned of her betrayal, and her credibility suffered. The man she had been involved with faced accountability as well, especially when the affair came to light. Her arrogance and audacity collapsed under scrutiny. Emotionally, the journey was exhausting. Witnessing betrayal, dealing with defiance, and navigating divorce left deep scars. But over time, I rebuilt my life. I focused on self-respect, personal growth, and emotional healing.
Silence became my tool, the quiet demonstration that betrayal has consequences. Months later, I reflected on the lessons learned.
Betrayal can be bold, audacious, and defiant, but strategy, patience, and evidence restore control. True justice doesn't require chaos. It requires clarity, preparation, and decisive action. The hardest lesson I learned is this: trust, once broken, must be replaced with accountability. Actions have consequences, and people who flaunt betrayal will eventually face the weight of their choices. Alina's defiance, combined with her cheating, destroyed her credibility, relationships, and trust. I exposed the truth, filed for divorce, and rebuilt my life. And in the silence that followed, the strongest form of justice I discovered was peace, dignity, and closure. Cheating wife said, "You can't control me, I'll dance and do what I want." And in the aftermath, accountability, truth, and personal freedom prevailed.